Greetings and welcome back to Switched to Linux. Another weekly news roundup. I hope that everybody is doing well. I have survived. Week 2 of the goof. Week 2 of the goof. We're still alive. Yeah. Anyway. Well, let's see. How is everybody doing today? John, I hate it when you're 20 minutes early going to click away something else and you're going to miss half the stream. John, I hope you're back. Are you back, John? Somebody go track down John. Tell John it's time to show up. The stream's ready. Just got an unexpected cranberry juice bath. Uh-oh. No. Hello, Tech Hut. Greetings. Too long of a wait for the double catters. All right. Greetings, Moonbase Alpha Grays. How are you doing? I will be visiting the Moonbase tomorrow. My quarantine off the Moonbase is done, so I can come back up to the Moonbase. White Castle Fortress Kitty Retreat, the hidden store behind the kitty trees. KO2610, your number has been called. Real reason for temptations. Tempt thy kitties. Commodore, how's it going there? You see DJ where you have a field day. Nothing justifies kittens from intense care unit P. Interesting name. No. I mean, the kitty's always justified. What IKEA did, nothing justifies. We'll get to there. Had a nice bonfire going in the backyard, but an unforecasted downpour ruined the night. But hey, look at the bright side. You got to come in and watch the weekly news roundup. Hello, Robert. Greetings there. One. Hello from the land of charms. Lucky Charms? As soon as you get inside, cleaning up at stops, of course. He's like, why'd you stop? I know. Sorry, kitty. I gotta come over here. Now he's like licking his paws. Let's see. Made it through the past 2 months with no disasters. My desktop PC had a few update issues, but they've been resolved. All right. Greetings from Tennessee. All right. Laptop was not so lucky, though. OS decay and freezing issues. I've hit it at the same time. New laptop will try to replace Farron OS with something very lightweight. Perhaps tiling Windows Manager. Very good. Greetings, Senator Tux. The senator's in the house. Greetings, Dan. How are you doing? Let's see. To put Linux on a new laptop, but I'm worried that installing on a new Windows 11 laptop will void warranty. I've never understood this idea of changing the operating system, voiding your warranty. You can put it back. All right, John is back. Good to see you're back, John. All right, see another one doing the Jaws impersonation in the middle of it. Howdy from Columbus, Ohio. Hello, world. Regards from Berlin. Well, greetings, Berlin. How are you doing? Good to see you back at the base. Also have treats for the handlers. All right, very good. See what the Fed did yesterday. Went from fractional reserve banking to no reserve banking. I know there's been all sorts of crazy stuff going on. I did not get a chance to see much about that. I did get another fun notice. Make sure you're stocking up your shelves now. We're going to have more empty shelves soon. I haven't noticed a ton of empty shelves, but I also haven't been going in grocery stores for the last 2 weeks either. So, how bad's it getting out there? I can go back into grocery stores soon. That'll be exciting. On other news, I did have to jerry-rig together some functionality to keep my camera up and running. My AC camera power adapter has died. Fortunately, on the van, I actually brought in enough spare parts, including adjustable voltage regulators, and so I built a little temporary adjustable voltage regulator plugged into my solar power generator, and so I can still run my camera while I wait for a new one to get here, which hopefully will get here soon because I'm planning on leaving Pennsylvania in a couple of weeks. So hopefully I will get that last order in here, and then I got some other voltage adapters that I can actually build a direct camera power supply directly into the van. That's something I thought about doing, but hey, let's do it now. I bought a replacement for my AC power adapter for the camera, and I picked up a movie or something from my collection that I've needed to get movies yet. But anyway, that'll be excited. I will have the video about how I built that tomorrow. I was going to do a really nice video on some Linux software, but I ended up having to fight with the camera for a while, and that took all the time that I had to shoot and record video. So we'll just go ahead and do some geeky tech stuff and talk about using the voltage regulators on fixing a camera, and then I'll save that other one for early next week or so. I have all my notes still written, so I want to get that done. Anyway, Anna Rita's on, so we can get started. Anyway, greetings from Belfast, Northern Ireland. Well, hello, Chris. Greetings. Mike Rose Soft is the worst malware found on any computer. I agree. Issues with Chrome changing its theme made me modify my Plasma theme. Let's see. Operating systems do not void warranties. Only the drivers are the only ones designed for your tablet. Application for Linux called Reminder works wonders. Reminds me of YouTube streams. Very nice. Awesome. All right. Pardon me. I had to get the coof out. Let's see. Screen's main desktop, screen going on, WWE wrestling on the tablet, so it gives you to get distracted. Hey, that's all right. A couple of packages in Arch we're not updated anymore, and we're blocking system updates. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get started. We have our regular privacy and then security stuff. And then, let's see. What's our first one? Okay. That's right. There you are. All right. Found it. Found it. Found it. Others are saying greetings from Northeast Washington. Well, greetings, Northeast Washington. Let's see. Laptops are such a pain in the petunias. Going to have to deal with spending way too much on one for a while. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get started here. Welcome back to the Weekly News Roundup. This is the Privacy and the Security Edition. Originally, some of these were in the business section, and then I'm like, wait, these are very privacy related. So we have more articles in our privacy section than we usually do. I just didn't want to cut any of those. So anyway, let's go ahead and dive right on in. First, of course, Facebook suspends a plan to launch an Instagram Kids app as critics circle. Of course, Facebook's like, oh no, we're just delaying it for other reasons. This came out literally on the heels of a report coming out like last week, or maybe it was earlier this week, that suggested that Instagram is so incredibly bad for teens that it causes a lot of psychological and emotional issues. And so, of course, Facebook's like, hey, let's just make it suck for the children too, because those are the things that Facebook likes to do. Let's just figure out how to completely screw with and kill and derange the entirety of society. Of course, the idea is to have it a little bit safer so that there's more parental controls on the under 13 age stuff. And this is just bad that Facebook is just starting to addict children younger. This is really the problem. You had addictions. You had a lot of issues with kids being so tied into what's going on the social media that it was causing eating disorders and all sorts of things. I mean, I remember we had our token anorexic in high school, and it's infinitely worse now that everybody's on these social media platforms looking at all the stuff going, oh, I gotta lose more weight. I gotta lose more weight. I mean, one of those crazy anorexic, it was an anorexic vegan. We had one of those. She forgets her fork going up there, salad bar. So, yeah, well, she went up to get a fork. I slid a little piece of chicken down there. Like, this woman needs a little bit of protein. She was like so anorexic and vegan. Her entire skin tone was white, and she had that peach fuzz growing over her whole body. Kind of that sign that's like, yeah, you kind of need medical attention. Yeah, that's how bad it is. And so Facebook wanted to launch out another Instagram specifically for children under 13, but a lot of people are saying, probably not a good idea. They're like, well, we're not canceling it because it's a bad idea. We still think it's a great idea. We're just canceling it just temporarily, just because, because we can. Why not? Well, Facebook is trying to addict more children under the age of 13 to social media. China comes out and says, no, we're going to ban you if you're under 16. We're going to ban you from live streaming. I have to say, I'm kind of on the fence of this one. I think that kids under the age of 16, many of them may not be mature enough to deal with the circumstances of live streaming online. And so in a way, this is a good thing. But on the other side, maybe this should be the parents' decision. But of course, if you're in the craziest communist China, then of course the children belong to the state, so the state can make this call. And so ultimately what this is boiling down to is part of their plan to basically masculinize kids, make them more, more educated, more for the state, more for the party. They're regulating how many games they can play. They're regulating the amount of time online, regulating what they can see. So this is not an unexpected move out of China. And again, I'm kind of on the fence because I think maybe 16 is pushing that limit as to what you should be able to get online and stream about. Let me know your thoughts about this one. Give me some good arguments on both sides. I'm not that I'm ready to team up with China on a whole lot, but yeah, we're starting to see some interesting stuff here. Our whole world's becoming backwards. I mean, China's not the craziest nation right now, so let's moving on. Apple forgot to sanitize phone numbers for lost AirTags. So basically, this is a way that you can harvest and grab and steal data from people. The way it works is there was the old way of distributing malware where you'd put your malware on USB drives and leave them around, and some unsuspected fool would pick up, oh, cool, I found a USB drive, plug it in their computer, and boom, malware. And this is actually kind of a new way of doing it, where you use an AirTag and you set up the AirTag with a script. What happens when you find an AirTag, it's supposed to go to found.apple.com, but you can put some information in there with the phone number, a way to reach out to somebody, and you can utilize that information to instead pop up a website on a phishing site instead. And so what happened is, because you're not sanitizing the input. In other words, what this means is if you're doing a web form and you fill in the information, sanitizing the web form means you're going to make sure that the only information in that field is information that should be in that field. Well, this allowed anybody to put whatever they wanted in there, including pop-ups to malicious websites. And so now people could literally go in, load up these AirTags with malicious sites, and just literally scatter them all over the place. And then the Good Samaritan would come by, load it up. They would get a prompt which looks as though it's a legitimate Apple thing. And then, boom, you get malware installed on your device. So Apple, whoopsies, forgetting some things, but it ends up becoming a giant privacy nightmare where information could be stolen. And now we have a couple of Amazon things. Of course, Amazon has Skynet now. That's Sidewalk, but definitely watch Rob Braxman's video on Skynet when this was turned on. Basically, it means that all of these Alexa devices up to half-mile radiuses apart can all interconnect together within their own mesh and share their own networking and data, constantly feeding information to the Amazon mothership. Well, now we need to have more camera devices in here. So Amazon has now 2 new options for putting more cameras, not just on the Ring doorbells outside of our house. Now we have mobile cameras inside of our house too. Isn't that so glorious? So this is little Astro. Oh, isn't it so cute? It's so cute. I think I want to, never mind. That could get you banned. But Astro is basically an Alexa on wheels that can mobily roll itself around the house. So I can just picture you just sitting there doing something and then, you know, and then it's just sitting there listening, watching, mapping out your house, sending all sorts of data up to the mothership. And then you can be like, hey, Alexa, order unicorn meat, confirm order. And there you have it, guys. So you can see this little guy in the background is his docking station there. So he can go and he can have like about 2 hours or so freewheeling around the house before he has to go and charge himself. And he does that all himself. And of course, he's this ready Amazon Alexa device. He can come and he can bring you information from wherever, and he's got cameras to see what's going on. Isn't that just so glorious? I think these things are like $1,000. So it's like, yeah, that's all we need. We need a autonomous camera for Amazon feeding all of your data back up to them. Let's run around. Now, the good news is it is actually built on Linux. What is these little cup holders? I mean, come on. Probably not, but yeah, I just think we don't need this type of stuff, guys. We don't need this. Look at this. Oh, God, it's going crazy. It's going crazy. Someone kill it. Kill it before it goes mad. It's after us all. They'll kill us all. They'll kill us all. But this is the little motorized little cutesy little guy roaming around your house, getting all your cameras, feeding your stuff back. Well, if that wasn't enough, the Amazon indoor camera drone is now ready to fly around your house. So this guy here, he's got his docking station, and he'll just like get up and fly around. And he can just fly around. Oh, look at this. Oh, it's so amazing. I can be out and about, and I can get some drone footage inside of my house. Yeah, no. This is just creepy. Of course, feeding data back up to the mothership. So if the cutesy little, we got the outside mesh networks, then we got the inside cutesy little robots that seem to go mad, and then we got the drones flying around with cameras, mapping out anything and everything in our house, spying on whatever we're doing. Got the Bezoses back there, sitting there watching. Oh, go my pretties. Go my pretties. So, yeah, this is just getting frightening. We don't need this crap in our house, guys. We don't. Now, if all that's not bad enough, nothing justifies what IKEA were doing. Well, IKEA inside the warehouses, they had cameras hidden in the ceiling above the warehouse toilets for health and safety, of course. And it wasn't like one or two. It was a lot of them all over the place. That's right. IKEA would literally had cameras in the toilets. I mean, literally. So they've removed hidden security cameras from its warehouse in Peterborough, England, after employees spotted one in a ceiling void while using the toilet. So what happened is he's back there doing his business. He's got his phone going on, and the power goes out. And he's just like looking around, and beep, there's a little light up there. Beep, beep. He's like, what's going on? So he stands up there and looks. There's a camera watching him on the toilet. And so discovery made last week when the lights were switched off. A member of the staff spotted what appeared to be a red light between the panels of the suspended ceiling. When investigating, they found a hidden camera. They looked further, found a number of other cameras above both men's and ladies' toilets. They were not wireless cameras. There's a whole network of cables up there. IKEA admitted they had been in place since 2015. The company did not say when they were last used. I'll tell you when they were last used. Last night. I'm telling ya. Wow. Well, some reports have suggested a link between the cameras in the vicinity of the toilets. IKEA claims they are placed for another purpose. Yeah, they're placed for another purpose. Excuse me, hold that. Wow. In a statement, a spokesperson for IKEA told the Register Peterborough Distribution Center has a large warehouse facility where forklift trucks and HGVs were in regular operation. In support of our health and safety policy, we have a drugs testing policy in place as per industry standards. Installation of the cameras in 2015 were to detect alleged activity that could have resulted in serious injury to coworkers and maintain high levels of safety on site. What's going on in the toilets that you need to check on them? Wowzers. Cameras were only ever intended to film activity in the roof space or corridors, while putting them above the toilets is a funny place of showing that. It's now confirmed that all cameras have been removed and it is carrying out an investigation into the matter. Staff now reportedly considered legal action. Spokesperson for the Information Commissioner's Office said the body had not yet received a complaint on the matter. Basically, it boils down to this. You can't, there are very rare places where you are allowed to put CCTV inside of bathrooms, but everyone has to be completely aware of it, and it has to be something that is a very high risk situation. The only thing I can think about is bathroom, cameras just showing the door, who's coming in, who's going out in a daycare center to make sure there's no people going. I don't even know about that. If you don't trust your daycare to take care of your children, maybe they shouldn't be there. But basically they said in areas where people expect high level of privacy, such as changing rooms or toilet areas, CCTV should only be used in the most exceptional circumstances where it is necessary to deal with very serious concerns. In these cases, organizations must inform people when a CCTV is in operation and that appropriate restrictions on viewing and disclosing images are in place. It does turn out that somebody in upper management in IKEA was distributing some interesting photographs that came up questionable as to where in the world they came from. So there we have it, guys. Nothing justifies this. I stand by my thoughts. Well, if you want to help support the channel, we do have affiliates. Today we are highlighting Pro Writing Aid, tlm.li/PWA. That will get you 20% off the yearly subscription or the lifetime subscription. This is a very privacy-focused grammar checker. It is like Grammarly, only they have never cared about what you type in there, whereas Grammarly has in its past logged it. But you can check that out if you are in need of a Grammarly type approach. This one, in my opinion, is much better. And hey, it works for LibreOffice as well. tlm.li/PWA. Now let's go to security. Alrighty, whoa. Apparently I never put my comments up. Very interesting. Well, let's go ahead and fix that now, shall we? I thought I did put my comments up earlier, but apparently not. Apparently the coof has clouded my mind. Start the show. As the queen has requested. That's right. That's right. Hot lemon tea works every time for coughs. Hey, I got the coof, man. I don't have just a cough. I got the coof. I mean, come on. I'm actually on coffee. I'm on my second cup of coffee for today. I have a ginger ale waiting for tonight, though. It's going to be tasty. Let's see. I have 2 backup batteries, 6 memory upgrades, and 3 SSDs in line. Very nice. M1 MacBook is awesome. Excited for full Linux support. Very nice. Cool. Well, do a video when you're ready to play around with it. Hey, one of my friends use Instagram or any one of my Congress colleagues. Uh-oh. Yeah. Be right back. Toilet is calling my name. Well, double check that there's no cameras up there, Anna Rita. I mean, catnip tea works for sore throats. The only side effect for me is that I have to stay away from redheads for an hour. I actually gave the kitties some catnip the other day. I found some catnip out in a field when I was out and about. I did find out that the cute one absolutely loves catnip. He's just like, yeah. All wired up. Better get a laptop with a AMD Ryzen 5500 or wait for the Intel 7. I personally go with Ryzen whenever I can, but that's just a personal choice. Glad to delete my Facebook account along with Instagram. Yep. Yeah, the hardest part of camera at your privacy is the social circle. Still using the same apps. Yeah. Use this video since I don't want babysitting. Company I have less respect for than Gigabyte is Intel. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Gigabyte either, but using social media a lot less. It wasn't intentional, but genuinely have felt a lot better off of it. I know, right? Yeah, you get off that social media stuff, and it's so much better. So instead of banning children, I would say make a law that parents have to be present when they're streaming. Okay, I could get behind that. AMD Ryzen 6000 series should be out sometime around Q2 or Q3, but I don't want to wait around that long. Yeah, I mean, the Ryzen's out right now are pretty good. Buying a house with a bathroom next to the bedroom, office, guest room would be in heaven. There you go. They're good live streams. One knows more about opera than yours truly at his age. Good evening. I feel wonderful, Keegan. How are you? I think it should be up to the parents for teens to police them, but there should be better internet rules for kids under 13 for sure. Yeah, I agree, yeah. 12th gen Alder Lake looks like a game changer. 16, teens start driving over here. Yep. Grandkids don't like TV screens, monitors, but will tolerate tablets, and our kids don't want computers during high school because they like the teachers teaching the classes. Yeah, we went to school in a time where you weren't, like, the calculator watches were a big thing, and I had one, but you weren't allowed to wear them. You were not allowed to bring a calculator watch to school because you were not allowed to bring a calculator to school. Those were the good old days. Those were the good old days. Those were the good old days. Years go by, but the memory stays. All right. Someone has this robot. I'm not coming to your house. I know, right? 16 behind. My nephew starting week said, wait, get more practice. Yeah. Some places like up in Montana, you can drive at like 14. Of course, some of those kids up there, they've been driving since they were 10. So they're really good at it, you know. Astro, a portable elf. No, keep the portable elf away from my cat. I don't need a portable elf running around. No. No. Kitty, avoid the portable elf. Elf eats kitties. Remember that. Elf eats kitties. He's like, what are you talking about? Oh, you can stay. No, stay there. Stay there. Stay there, kitty. And then will Alexa order unicorn meat, but also bring it to you? I know, right? It's so convenient to bring you your unicorn meat. Google Home Minis and Nest Hub, more than enough for me. See Astro chasing your cat saying, here, kitty, kitty, kitty. That's right, buddy. I got a kitty right here now. Ryzen 5 56G is good. If you can't afford a graphics card. Mike is a bit hot tonight. Yeah, it might be. Flying drones as creepy as that robot dog. Close family friend has multiple Google Nests and Alexas. The kids are obsessed with it. So weird seeing people not taking a second to think of how wild I know, right? I know. Get the fly swatter! Get the fly swatter! Big Brother is watching. You mean RoboCop should have been a drone? That's right. Start doing what Tom Brother does when he finds himself a camera. Moon it and wave it. No, he just takes a picture of his crotch. Gets a lot to put cameras in bathrooms. Yeah. Language warning, please. Yeah, we are a family-friendly channel. Let's see. It's either AMD with better CPU performance. Intel works better. Let's see. Camera on the play area and sleeping areas of my home daycare. Just to be safe, I have proof that no one lawsuits against me. Yep. Maybe a bit old. You guys see those Walgreens freezers with screens covering the actual food? No cameras in the bathrooms, but we do have them on the changing table. Yeah. KDE Neon supposed to update from Flatpak. No. KDE Neon is technically not even a distro. It is a testing ground for testing KDE apps. So it's basically just Ubuntu with everything KDE off of a correct repo. Mr. Tracy, greetings. Alien life form, cats and pizza. Gone Lenovo over the last 5 years. Only thing might need is a better battery. Can't believe my notifications were off for you. Yeah, well, half the time if your notifications were on, you still might have gotten it, but I don't know. Oh, someone used the GD word spelled out. Okay. I missed it. Good, just need to hit the BIOS. Let's see. I remember seeing an official forum post saying they don't recommend it. What do they not recommend? Recommend. Right, kitty cat? You gonna chill right there for the next news clip? You gonna chill right there? All right. All right. Go to security. Let me get the more coof out. Excuse me. All right. Got the coof out. We're all good. It's a bloody still. So first up in security, new grift-horse malware has infected more than 10 million Android phones all around the world, pretty much everywhere Android phones are, it would appear. So this is I gotta remember this one. This is it's just another Trojan that got into a variety of Google apps, something like 200 different apps that ended up on the Google Play Store. And what this one does is it will just basically give you pop-ups to premium services all over the place. Boom, continue, go on, yeah, all these basic things. Apps on the home screen, apps on the middle of apps, just all over the place. They have a variety of different things. They have tools, puzzle, communication, dating, lifestyle, finance, racing, entertainment. Basically, 200 different apps. So just once again, minimize the amount of apps that you're downloading on your devices, and you will be better protected. And hey, I would trust F-Droid before I would trust the Google Play Store. It's not actually all that secure. Google Play Store, I mean. Well, there is a new Apple Pay flaw that allows hackers to steal money from your locked iPhone. I wonder if you happen to be also, this is the same methodology used to store ID cards and things like that. I'm wondering if people could access credentials like that. But what this has to do with is there is a setting that you can turn on called Express Transit on your phone, which will not require you to unlock the phone in order to use it. The idea is to make it a lot easier going into, for example, transit stations where you just go by with the phone, just scan the phone over top of the thing, and not have to worry about unlocking it in order to pay or utilize that service. Well, that particular item has a vulnerability for it, which basically makes it very easy for anybody to steal your credit card information, just getting right near you with very cheap equipment that you can get online in an afternoon's worth of work and grabbing that kind of stuff. So this is why I don't like contactless payments at all on anything. I fight banks that try to give me cards with that. Actually, fortunately, now I just got a Ridge wallet, and so that is an RFID protection in that device there. So my cards should be protected in the event I get contactless ones down the road. But these are things that you have to keep in mind is when you're utilizing these things, anything designed to make your life more fast and easy and convenient also is a way for other people to get in there and breach it. So be careful, particularly if you're turning on this Express Transit option on your iPhone, or just better yet, don't use your phone for payment options. And now we have one more. It's the Bly Stiller. The Bly Stillers are, and it's Cotton Fire Games. So this is basically it's a malware as a service company. So with malware as a service, they're coming in and they're basically purchasing the service in order to spam phish you to try and get your credentials to a variety of different gaming platforms. They're searching out Bethesda, Epic Games, GOG, Origin, Steam, Telegram, and VimWorld client sessions. And basically, it's been seen mostly in Europe right now. I have not seen the cases here in the United States as of yet, but it is, according to them, although still is relatively new, it's already globetrotting. According to our data, malwares hit users in Europe, Latin America, and Asia Pacific region. Not surprising given it's a malware as a service distribution model, meaning anyone can buy it, and the price is quite low, about $10 per month or $40 for a lifetime license. The idea here is to get you out there and phish you for your gaming passwords, phish you for anything else dealing with gaming, payment gamings, and then they'll turn around and sell those credentials on the black market for a variety of different things. So be careful of that. The basic protections apply, stronger passwords, 2FA, all those types of things. So with that, you can help support the channel over on Subscribestar, subscribestar.com/switchedtolinux. Well, I'll put the links over there for joining in on the supporters stream and other things that we might have down the road. So with that, thanks for watching, and we will see you next time. All right, don't go away. We got business and we got Sillyville yet to go. Checking in on comments real quick. Anti-customer practices. Why is Neon doing that, and how do I fix it? Why is it doing what, and how are you fixing it? I don't know. Done it with 6 revamped HP, supposedly locked up. Local Walmart sells HP Pavilion laptop with an AMD Ryzen 45U. Previous gen CPU is only 6C6T. Yeah, I prefer Dells personally. Lenovo's are alright. I avoid HPs altogether. Let's see. Used Ubuntu GNOME 40. Had to return to Linux Mint 20 on a Dell. There's a Lenovo with 5500U at Walmart as well. Just check the barcode if it's on super secret sale. There you go. Boot your ISO online, then you're totally defeating malware downloads. Like Dell either. Just be careful how you order it. Yeah, I like Dell. I'm just not a huge fan of, I don't know. Not a huge fan of HP. HP has burned me in the past too poorly for me to recommend them. So screw HP. Wayland Xorg problems. All right. Well, gotta get one of them to work at least. System 76 rather expensive. Sounds like you're recommending Lenovo. Malware as a service. Great idea. I know, right? Sounds like a great, legit business model. I'm going to sell malware as a service. No. Lenovo, then HP has a fairly good second. Yeah. Okay, need to go to Best Buy soon. Look for laptops. They let me boot demo laptops from a live Linux USB. Probably not. Get an Acer before a Dell with how much of a pain they are to work on. Which, Dells or Acers? I can say my newer Dell laptop is a lot harder to work with. You had to literally field strip the entire computer to replace the keyboard. My first Dell, oh, that thing's still clucking along. Was Neon updating from Flatpak, and how do you fix it? My guess is you install the Flatpak on it, and Ubuntu will want to auto and update Flatpaks. That's my guess without looking at it. Alrighty. Excuse me. Should have muted you that. I got the cough after all. Interesting. I'm getting caught up on the news articles on the side of my news articles. Mother shoots her 2 kids, telling them she wants them to go to heaven. I mean, I'd want my kids to go to heaven too, but letting them live out their lives would be a good first step. Nah, I don't know. Let's see. Acer's completely open to all OSs. I've actually had more problems with Acers than I have with Dells or Lenovo's, believe it or not. And HPs. I fixed a couple of computers at the hospital, all Lenovo, because their tech guys called in sick. Yeah, that's funny. It's like, you're over there as the patient, the tech guy's not there. Just bring it to the patient over there in room 32. Right, kitty cat. Right, kitty cat. Want to come and say hi before we go on to the next one?
Hello everyone, subscribe to the channel and hit that notification button so you won't miss the weekly news roundup anymore.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you. All right, let's go to business news. We'll have a couple business news. A couple of these were supposed to be down there in Amazon or in privacy, so. right, let's get started. Welcome back to the weekly news roundup. This is the business and the Sillyville editions. So let's go ahead and get started right on in. From the New York Post, Tesla is expanding the full self-driving tests, bucking the Fed safety concerns. I did throw out another exploding Tesla, or at least as commentary on another exploding Tesla, where basically they were getting sued for the number of times Teslas are crashing in the back of emergency vehicles. What's going on now, though, is while that's all going on and while all these lawsuits are going on, Tesla is now rolling out the full self-driving mode as a beta software to random owners who own Teslas. But don't worry, just not any Joe and Sally will be able to have this guy. You actually have to take a test from Tesla and allow them to monitor all of your driving habits in order to make sure that you are a safe enough driver to enable the beta software, so that now Teslas all around the country are literally going to be running beta software that is not tested by people who have not developed it and are not engineers. Get me off the road, please. I'm already too cautious around Teslas. I just have a sneaky suspicion they're going to ram into me or something. They're going to go all Christine on me and try and do me over. The only saving grace I have is that my van is a whole lot bigger than these Teslas, and I have a sneaky suspicion I will absorb a whole lot more impact from them. Crush these little Teslas under my high roof wheels. But yeah, basically you can request to join the beta test for full self-driving feature. You're going to have to go through a driving test before Tesla will approve you. They're going to monitor your behavior behind the wheel for 7 days, measuring factors like hard braking, aggressive turning, and unsafe following of other vehicles. If driving behavior is good for 7 days, beta access will be granted. Drivers who make it past Tesla's safety monitor will have to pay $99 to $199 a month to access the full self-driving feature. So you're literally going to be paying $100 to $200 a month to be a beta tester on the software that seems to be running into emergency vehicles. Can we just get these Teslas off the road for a while? This just seems a little unsafe to me when random Joes on the street who are already probably bad drivers are now beta testing software for self-driving cars. We need to have an absolute 100%. If these Teslas are involved in a car crash, Tesla is paying immediately 100% of all damage and all other fees and everything else. Because this is ridiculous to have a car company that is under heavy scrutiny. Car companies under heavy scrutiny to open themselves up to untested software. When the world do they want to burn the whole world down? They absolutely are going to burn the world down. These Teslas are insane. Get them off the road. Wowzers. I'm telling you. Well, another film studio, or another group of film studios, is suing Liquid VPN. Fortunately, with Liquid VPN, I just decided, I'm not really interested in these guys. They always seemed a little scammy to me. So what's going on here, the film studios are suing them for $10 million. They're basically saying that the no logs policy is, hey, this happened simply because they were flaunting this no log policy, and a lot of their marketing seemed to suggest that it was a good VPN to engage in the illegal activity of pirating. And what happened is they were sued. In fact, a subsidiary of Liquid VPN was sued. They dismissed the case saying, hey, this isn't us, this is Liquid. So they came back and sued Liquid, and they never showed up in court. And so since they never showed up in court, usually what would happen is you get a summary judgment. And what the Hollywood companies are saying is that Liquid VPN they're intentionally selling things that are specifically designed to make it easy to pirate things. So as far as I'm concerned, I think that Liquid VPN probably did bad here in pushing the possibility of using their particular service as a tool to engage in an illegal activity. Because of that, I completely understand where the Hollywood companies are coming at here, and I am not going to get mad at the Hollywood companies for this. I think that overall, if the Liquid VPN does all of their marketing in such a way to suggest that you can use this safely for pirating, they're kind of they're playing stupid games. They're winning stupid prizes. Now, if you're using another VPN, which is just like, hey, don't use it for illegal activity, but we don't keep logs and stuff like that. Hey, and those companies generally they're not losing as much in the courts as much. But here's one of them. Get the best VPN for torrenting and P2P file sharing today. Try it for 7 days, 100% risk-free. Stream content anonymously. Unblock torrent sites. Speed up your downloads. They're promoting Popcorn Time, which is basically a torrenting site. You can watch movies on the torrent. Liquid VPN disappears in court and online. Apparently their main page at least was down for a while, although the client area still is. So I didn't try and go to the site today to see if it's accessible, but it would appear Liquid VPN is liquidating itself up, and we'll probably be back in some other iteration. And unfortunately there's too many VPN companies already, so whatever that happens to be worth. Well, replacing your iPhone 13 display will render Face ID unusable unless Apple does it. So yet another item that Apple is serializing to the board and making it so that third-party repair companies can't go. This is the type of stuff that gives Apple the bad name. This is why I'm not really interested in buying Apple products whatsoever under any circumstance, because frankly, screens break, and I need to have the choice as to who repairs my screen on my individual device. So this is just yet another thing. Of course, they were doing this with the home buttons. They're doing this with the headphone jacks. They're just doing it with all sorts of crap. But now they're doing it with the touch screen as well. And there's no justification for this, especially when it takes so long to get a touch screen repaired by Apple and how much it costs. Let anybody replace these screens. So, very interesting. All right, well, we talked about this report a while back when it first came out, but Oakland passed the first huge transparency bill, which basically said that police could not use text surveillance, facial ID, all these types of things without a lot of very specific and very clean oversight. And shock of all shocks, they're not engaging in that. They're just utilizing the software that they would like without asking anybody or doing anything else. And beyond shock of shocks, this is Hoffer, who is Brian Hoffer, one of the architects of the law, says it's not working. We ignored human nature, he says. People don't like to be transparent. Well, that's not news, okay? First and foremost, yeah, we ignored human nature. What, did you expect a bunch of police officers to start following the law? Have you not been watching the FBI lately? I mean, come on. The FBI is engaging in rallies over at the Capitol building to, I don't know, when they're not unmasking the plans, which is 90% of FBI agents to engage in an illegal activity with governors and running CSAM websites on the internet. Shock of shocks that law enforcement's not following the law. I mean, really, guys, really. So they're being sued over their inability to follow the law or unwillingness to follow this law. So it'll be interesting to see where this suit's coming from. But basically, they're supposed to not be able to use any type of tech without getting a good solid warrant first. And yeah, that's not actually going on. So whatever that happens to be worth. Well, you can help support the channel with our affiliates. Today we are highlighting Mint Mobile, tlm.li/mm. I'm using Mint Mobile, and it costs about $160 for the entire year. 4 gigs of data. My hotspot works just fine. And frankly, I absolutely love the service. It's working out very well. You can keep your number when you switch over to them, tlm.li/mm. And you have a variety of different plans from your 4, 10, 15, and unlimited. I don't really need more than 4, so that's the one I go with. The unlimited, I believe you can use like 35 gigs of data on the unlimited before it meters your data down. I think that's what it is. 5G and 4G LTE tower. It does use T-Mobile tower, so be aware of that. Well, guys, let's head on over to Sillyville. Alrighty. How's it going, DT? Greetings, greetings. I think you came in just in time for the fire. Let's see. YouTube hates you, Tom. Just go full on Rumble or Odyssey. No, because YouTube actually pays a lot of my bills. Sorry. I'm not going to abandon YouTube. I'm going to make them kick me off. I actually make money on YouTube, and that actually pays my bills. Let's see. HPs, Acer's, Gateways, Lenovo's only have problems when Intel is involved. It was in 202 at the time. They wanted out of that lousy place by scheduling corrective back surgery myself. There you go. Just an Odyssey, and it kept buffering. 34 viewers is crazy. That's an insult. They're suppressing you. Oh yeah. They're suppressing the bejeebers out of me. See, for the most part, it's been working great for me unless I'm on Android tablet. See, crazy violent crimes, the closer we get to holidays. A couple of years ago, the guys here stabbed his mother in the chest with a butcher knife because he didn't like how she decorated the Christmas tree. Apparently puts ornaments on the trees with all of our kids' names except his. Well, come on, she was asking for it. Yeah, but stabbing somebody over Christmas decorations is kind of crazy. It's somewhat lacking in the Christmas spirit, I can say. Honestly, hasn't been slow since I went with the Lenovo P11 tab. Let's see. 200 sounds like a scam. Just disable self-driving for everyone outside the company. Fire, 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 fire. We've got fire. Fire returns. Vintage Tom. That's right. See, fire, get the hot dogs out. Absolutely. You know, getting a driver's license, but now with battering rams on the road, I'm going to wait. It's Tom Fire. So glad for them to be back. I bet neighbor Tom Fire moment. Yeah, well, hey, fortunately, the only neighbors I have right now are the coyotes that are circling the van, you know. Target date sprung from the hospital to home is the 30th. Is Derek really bald? Well, yes. I mean, shaved, but I don't know. He's asking questions. He's asking questions. DT is requesting a ban of Fribble. Next phone will not be an iPhone. Yep. People so ugly iPhones ask for mercy. Apple, a company that solders RAM to the drives in their computers? Yeah. Pretty much. Apple is more than shady. It's outright two-faced. Shady, but in the mafia sense. The kitty coof. I got the kitty coof. No, I just have the coof. I mean, I don't have the kitty coof. Just have the coof. Say privacy. Go scan your personal photos for shady stuff. There you go. Coughing up a hairball. Xmas. Fa la 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 la. Yeah, that's right. How many people are happy with their employers? Mine's a crazy slave driver. Rarely drive anyone, especially with the rising gas prices. Yeah. Cats do not get out of the van. Not yet. Eventually, I might let them. An 11-year-old laptop Q4S or Sparky? I don't know. I personally would do like Peppermint, Mint XFCE, something like that. California is imposing needlecraft for schools. Yeah. All right. I got the coof. All right. Let's go to Sillyville now. First up in Sillyville, we knew it was inevitable. A Bitcoin mining company buys a Pennsylvania power plant to meet its electricity needs. This plant's just going to be pushing out all this smoke into the air, and everyone's going to be like, dude, this plant's pushing out a lot of smoke. Why can't we get any power out of it? You open it up, and the whole thing's just lined everywhere with Bitcoin miners. It looks like Willy Wonka and the Charlie Factory Oompa Loompas running around, only they're all just like, Bitcoin mining. So, yeah, apparently this power company was a little bit fledgling, and so the Bitcoin miner group was able to just buy him out altogether. Take advantage of the fact that they now own a power plant in order to make their stuff go. But yeah, that's an interesting one. Well, kids who grew up in the generation of Google is forcing professors to rethink their lesson plans. No, I think maybe we need to reinforce the idea of teaching children how to actually use computers like functional human beings. And this is not too out of the ordinary. I remember I was, one of the books I was writing, I was co-writing with a person who was in high school at the time. And I'm like, did you save the document? He's like, well, how do you do that? Like, well, you push the save button? Because they're so used to Google Docs and everything auto saves, nobody knows what files are. They don't know where things are saving to. They don't know how the whole structure of the computer works. Basically, all these people running around saying, this is a computer savvy generation. No, it's a generation of computer buffoons. They haven't a first earthly idea how to run any of this crap. They're just good when you get a little screen on it that's all user friendly and does beep, 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 beeps. We got no games here. We just have books. They make no beep 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 beeps. But yeah, apparently this astrophysicist started seeing the problem in 2017 when she was teaching an engineering course, and her students were using simulation software to model turbines for jet engines. They laid out the assignment clearly, but the student after student was calling for help. They were all getting the same error message. The program couldn't find their files. Garland thought it'd be an easy fix. Asked each students where they saved their projects. Could they be on the desktop? Perhaps the shared drive? But over and over, she was met with confusion. What are you talking about? Multiple students inquired. Not only did they not know where the files were saved, they didn't understand the question. Yeah, if you don't even understand the basics of file systems in computers, maybe you need to not work on computers for a while. Maybe it's about time you just drop out of school and go hand out French fries at McDonald's. That might actually be what we need to do here. So apparently students are not understanding how file structures work, how directory structures work, because they're so knocked down. Obviously, we're not reading all that, but holy crap. Can students actually get some functionality going on in some of this stuff? I don't know. Did you guys notice that being yourselves? Well, there's a new game, New World, which is part of the Amazon groups, and it's banning using things like Amazon and Bezos or Bezos or Jeffy B. Basically, Amazon does not want you to use its name anywhere in naming your characters in the game. So if you want to do this, yeah, you can. Make fun of Amazon founder Jeff Bezos with my username because, of course, that's what I did, but Amazon was one step ahead of me. New World doesn't allow the use of Bezos or Amazon in your player name. I had my heart set on exploring the world as Jeff Bezos' wallet. Now what am I supposed to do? Send it back! Send it back. Like, well, why not? Because you're clearly crippling the game. I can't choose my very simple, very safe username. What if my name is also Jeff Bezos and I would like to do that? I mean, it's like the cursed name, like Alexa or something. After confirming that variants like Bezos, like Jeff B. Bezos were also locked out, I tried just going Amazon. The word's not allowed either. The names are clearly not locked because other players have already claimed them. When a name is already taken, it says name is in use, which include words like Amazon and Bezos, however, cannot be used, which is what New World says when you type in swear words. Well, Amazon and Jeff Bezos are kind of swear words. Maybe they're just doing exactly what they thought. But anyway, I guess that would be a way to go. Well, Stack Overflow turns an April Fool's Day keyboard into a real product. So this was one of the spoofs in the past where on April Fool's Day, if you copied and pasted things off of Stack Overflow, you'd get a pop-up saying you only have a certain number of copy pastes left without buying a key. And so now they're actually developing the keyboard, which is nothing more than a Stack Overflow copy and paste. So it's basically a Control-C, Control-V keyboard, and that's the only keyboard that it maps. I can say this is quite amazing. They're already taking some pre-orders. Let's see what we can find about that one there. And I like the Stack Overflow logo and stuff, so it is kind of neat. This is Drop. So Stack Overflow, the key micro pad, it is $29. And there's some nice photos there of it. Looks like it's powered by USB-C. So there you go, guys. If you have a serious need for copy and pasting, what in dear God is that crap? But anyway, if you have a need for copy pasting stuff, then that would be a very fun one. I should get one of those. Make doing my books a whole lot faster. That's epic. But anyway, that's quite exciting. Well, you can help support the channel over on Patreon. I have a few different channels that this helps support. So jump on over to patreon.com/TOMM if you'd like to jump on. You can go ahead and do that. With that, guys, thanks for watching, and we will see you next time. Let's see. Why you never talk about economy privacy like the Facebook currency Libra and its currencies? I did talk about Libra when it came out. This particular one is mostly news, so if it's something that comes out as a regular news cycle, we would probably cover it. But of course, I only cover a certain number of articles a day as well. If there's something big and significant, I got places for that when I get back around to doing the research again. Okay. 11-year-old, something cinnamon-based? Cinnamon-based. There you go. Did Mint XOCE research for a client. I've seen the price of Bitcoin. Totally wrong time to be investing in millions in Bitcoin mining. Yeah, probably. Terminator office. 300% of kids should learn how to use real computers from kindergarten onward. Yeah, just absolutely. Quite terrified if a book starts beeping. Beep, beep, beep. Me Linux Mint 20.5, Cinnamon 505. There you go. Elementary schools need to start teaching Arch Linux. Get them on an early age. That's right. That way you got to teach them at the end of that day. I use Arch, by the way. Right? Alarm clock went off. Everything is thrown into a big pile on Google Drive. Yep. Beamazons. I don't understand why Americans do not buy a decent computer and instead buy an iPhone. I know, right? And I know some people, though, that they don't want computers. They just want a good phone. So, remember kindergarten, how to handle floppies and basic tasks like BASIC on schools? Yeah, those weren't around when I was in school. Well, not in kindergarten, anyway. Tesla could do the same thing with that Chuck mouse. There you go. Yeah. I were a school teacher. I'd put Linux Mint computer in my classroom. Yeah. Trunk monkey. Arch for preschoolers. Bad idea. Tom's peach tea seems to be working well. Well, I'm drinking coffee today. Bitcoin is a scam, but one that can be very profitable. It's weird. Tether is shady for how you cash out. I'm scaring the cats. Kitty, am I scaring you? Well, he's staring at me wagging his tail, so apparently he's not that scared. Why does everything on the spectrum have a cat, including me? Well, why not? Cats are amazing. I think it's about time to feed the kitty cat, in fact. Speaking of cats... No, stay there. Nope, stay there. That's right, kitty cat. Oh, sorry, kitty. Come on. Oh, come here. Bink. You got a double catter. All right. Well, that was cute. All right. Let's see. My eyes are glassy. Oh, no. Phones, mobile computer nowadays. Elementary OS for grades 1 through 6. It's all in the name. I wouldn't possibly do that to children. Tempt the kitties to the point of a meow. That's right. Legend has it a triple catter may exist in 2023. I'm not getting more cats. No overweighting the cats. Yeah. Yeah. No triple catter. Unless I turn into a cat. I mean, if I turn into a cat, then I'm going to have to neglect the fact that I don't have thumbs anymore, you know. All right, guys. Cat cam gone wild. All right, we're gonna jump out tomorrow. I have a just a brief little video about fixing the camera with a regulatable power supply, and that's it. We'll be back Monday. Hopefully, I'll get a chance on Monday to record the video I was going to record for tomorrow. But anyway, with that, thanks for watching, guys. We will see you next time.